Hey there, Austrackers. How are you going today? It's my absolute pleasure to give you a bit of a walk around today on the Talawana X15LS. So let's get into it. To start with, we have on the front a full off-road coupling. It has all the full articulation that you want, perfect for those roads all around Australia. Then next you have your handbrake as well. Everybody seems to forget the car's a handbrake, the van has too. Definitely don't forget about that one. You've also got your breakaway system as well. Next up, you have your little cold water tap on the inside. Perfect for filling up the little water bowl for your little furry friends out there. And then one of the best features we have too is the REDARC 750 jockey wheel. It is probably the most popular on the market, super heavy duty and perfect for all your off-road adventuring. Up next, let's see what's under door number one. In here we have two mounts for your 9-kilo gas bottles. And on this side, we have 3 tie-down points for not one, not two, but 3 20-litre jerry cans. Above that, we have, in the little box up here, all the poles for your annex. That's right, the van also comes with a fully enclosed annex. How cool is that? As we walk around this side of the van, we'll open this door here on these very, very easy to use little push button latches. Open it up. Looks like 2 drawers. No, we're tricking you here. What you want to do is slide that out, and behind it you have enough room to fit a 95-litre dual zone fridge. And then the 2 little drawers on the front, put your latch to the side, open up the perfect pantry area for all your little foods and condiments. Now, if you look down here, you'll see there's a massive tunnel boot at the front as well. So you can put a heap of stuff in there, and then you've also got a bit more storage here as well. As we move to the next compartment, we'll drop this one down. And in here you can see you've got your kitchen area. So we'll slide the kitchen out. That's right, that's how easy it is. All of 2 seconds. And you look, we've got a lot of storage here as well, but to be honest, with Austrack, you can never have enough storage. So we've also now got this on top. Look at that, all the condiments, everything you need to cook a beautiful meal when it's on a nice cold winter's night. Next thing you want to look in here, deep sink. Very easy to do all your dishes in this sink. And then under this one here, we have your 3-burner cooktop. So you can have your veggies on one, you can have your meat on the other, and then you can boil your kettle on the last one. One of the really good features of this outside kitchen are your 2 little drying racks on the side. So you'll see that there are holes drilled in there, so when you put your wet dishes on there, they will drain through and dry. And the pack up on this, very, very easy. Flip your 2 wings over, push your 2 blue latches down, slide it in, lift your door up, shut it, push your top one down, shut it, packed up, ready to move on to that next beautiful spot. Next thing we'll go to is my favorite area of every van that we sell. We've got the bar area. It's also got an inbuilt chopping board, as you can see, and it's also a spot where you can mount your TV on the outside of the van as well. Perfect. What's better than a beer and a bit of football on a Friday night? As we move along, next thing you'll see here, now they've been recessed into the wall, is a 240 outlet. So if you want to run a jug, a kettle, anything like that, perfect. This is exactly what you need. Moving along, we have your handle for when you go in. And as you can see, the center part here is clear. It's actually a light that lights up at night. It shines a nice blue color, not too bright, but perfect to help you get into the van at night. Moving to the rear of the van, at the bottom down here, you can see we have your recovery shackle points. So if you ever find yourself in a bit of a bind, you use this one and this one. You never want to pull from one side. Always have them brought to the middle and pull from a central point so you don't put strain on either side of the van. While we're down here, you can also see a guarded water tank at the rear. So that's the one of 2 that we have. They're both 120 litres, so you have plenty of fresh water when you're out and about. Next up, you'll see 2 spare tyres. Not 1, but 2, that's right. So if you ever find yourself in a bind, very easy to get to. A really good feature too is if you have to change a tyre in the middle of the night, we've also got a light at the back which will illuminate everything so that you can get these tyres off with ease. And last but not least, you'll see on the roof up here, we have the wine guard aerial. Now this is a top of the range aerial. Probably the best in Australia, and you'll be able to get signal just about everywhere that you decide to go. So we're going to come to this side of the van now and work our way along. So at the back here, you have your toilet cassette. So it's 20-litre toilet cassette. Above it, we have the external shower tent. So we can drop that down and have an external shower. So here you see you've got your hot tap, your cold tap, plus your shower rose as well. You've also got the little light out here as well, so you can see what you're doing while you're having a shower at night. Moving along, we have the fill point for your rear tank here. Next to it, we have where if you're on a powered site, you can hook up to mains water and don't have to use any of the water in your tanks. Moving along, we have your little aerial, and this is just for your AM/FM radio in the multimedia unit that we spoke about earlier. Next, we have your charging point here. So this is a 15 amp inlet. You will need a little 10 to 15 amp power adapter cord to be able to plug in and charge the van. Then we have the vent for your hot water system. So when you're off grid using gas, you need to remove this vent cover to get your gas hot water system to work. Now, two of my favorite things on the van. Have a look how much storage we have in here. Absolutely heaps. For a van that's this size, the amount of storage on it, unbelievable. And while we're on the subject of storage, here's some more. We have two really big drawers here. The bottom drawer, look how deep that is. Like you could fit all the stuff you want to in there. And above it, same again. And the fact that they are just so easy to open and close. Like look how easy this slides on the slide. And once again, with your little push button latches, bang, bang, locked away, nice and easy. Last but not least, we also have the fill point for your front tank here. So 120 litres of fresh water here. You're going to put 120 litres in the tank at the rear. More than enough water to keep you going off grid for days and days. So we're back around the front now, about to head on inside, but before we do, I'd just like to have a quick chat to you about the door. So when you open the door, looks like a single door. Actually, you flick the little switch up here, it separates. You've got a nice security screen door there to let the breeze in on those hot summer days. So let's give a bit of a run through the control panel now. At the top, we have your 3 water tank gauges. The 2 on the left, or the white ones, are your freshwater tanks. The one on the right is your grey water tank. Freshwater tanks are 120 litres each, your grey water is 80 litres. Just below it, we have these beautiful digital buttons that give you a different functionality for each one, and they also light up so you can see them at night. Starting from the left, we have your main switch. So this gives power to all the 12 volt in the van. The next one along is your lamp. This one is for the light above the main area of your caravan. Next one along is your fridge. This one gives power to the fridge, keeps all those beverages nice and cold. Next one is your Siggy socket. The reason we call it the Siggy socket is because that gives power to all your 12 volt points, which are your cigarette lighter points, and also all the other 12 volt and USB points around the van. Next one along is the pump. Nice and easy, that one. Turn that on, your pump will pump water. Turn it off, your pump will stop. Next one across is the dome light. That's the other light directly above your head in here as well. Coming back to this start, we have your handle light. So this illuminates the blue handle on the outside. Next one is your left light. This gives power to the left lights on the left-hand side of the van. Your next one is your right light, which gives power to the lights on the right-hand side of your van. Your next one along is your rear light. This will give power to all the lights at the rear of the van. Your LED strip button is all the little LED strips under all the cabinets on the inside. And last but not least, we have the dimming function, where it dims the lights from white to yellow on the outside. Below that, we have the multimedia unit, CD player, Bluetooth, DVD. It has all the functions you could possibly want. Then we have your awning button. We'll go over that shortly when we show you how the awning works. Next up, we have USB points, 12 volt points. We also have your switch for your hot water system here. So this is when you're on electricity. You want to use your 240 mains to run your hot water system. If you're off grid and want to use it for gas, use the one next to it, and we'll go over that one shortly as well. Below it, you have your inverter switch. Basically, red light on, all your power points are live, red light off, all your power points are off. And then we have your REDARC battery management system display screen here as well. So this has all the functions you could possibly want. It tells you where you're getting your charge from. It tells you how much charge you've got. It tells you when you need to recharge. Now comes the time you've all been waiting for. I know you've heard little rumors about this, but it's time to put the roof up. So what we're going to do is press the button. So how easy was that, guys? And you know what else is just as easy? Putting the awning out. So let's do that as well. So what you want to do is let the awning come out about 1.5 feet. We're going to stop the awning, drop the 2 legs out, turn it back on, and let the awning walk itself out. So once you've got it to there, you just drop your 2 legs down. Flick the switch again. And we'll walk out with the awning together. This really is the hardest part of camping. Now, I bet you thought that was never going to stop. You know why? Because this awning comes out 2.4 meters and is 4.5 meters long. So you've got all the shade that you need when you're out there camping. And that's it, guys. The job's done. So welcome to the inside of the luxurious Talawana X15LS. What better place to start than showing you all the features here than the heart of every household? Let's start with the kitchen. On the left here, we have a Dometic 80 litre dual zone fridge. So up the top, you've got the first zone, which is your freezer. Down the bottom, you have your fridge section. From there, we'll move across to the cooking and the cleaning. So here we have your 2-burner cooktop. Also Dometic, we also have your sink as well. So when the weather's not the best outside, and to be honest, we all know that does happen, you can come inside, put a coffee on, cook yourself a little meal, do your dishes, not have to worry about the horrible weather on the outside. From there, we can move to the storage down below. So underneath here, storage, 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 and more storage. The amount of storage that we fit into this low series is absolutely spectacular. Even the drawer system at the bottom of the bed, not 1, but 2 drawers. So you definitely have a place to put all your little knickknacks when you're out traveling. The next amazing feature I'd love to touch on is this luxurious king size bed. Yep, that's right, you heard me, a king size bed. And I know what you're thinking, how are we getting a king size bed in a van without losing stuff? The secret is, we use the king size bed to actually hide some of our best features. For example, the Talawana X15LS, it comes with an underfloor aircon mounted under the bed. That's also where that massive tunnel boot that we looked at earlier is stored under the bed. This is the thing you've got to realize. With Austrack, and especially with the Talawana X15LS, we utilize the space to the absolute best that we can. We also have more storage next to the bed here. As you can see, it's perfect for your little knickknacks or maybe a sneaky nightcap. And then down at the end, you have your 12-volt ports and your USB ports, as well as a little flexi reading light as well. Speaking of some of the best features that are hidden away, let's look what's under the bed. So down here, we have your REDARC BMS30 to keep your 2 1x100 amp hour lithium batteries fully charged. Next to it, we have our 2000 watt REDARC inverter. Now this will give you power off grid, but when you're on grid, we also have the automatic relay. So that way you don't have to use your battery power to power your 240. You can actually use the mains power you're plugged into. Next, we have our Truma hot water system. Now this runs on gas and electric. So if you're off grid or on grid, doesn't matter. You're always going to have a hot shower. And next to it, we have our 12-volt C-flow pump. This will get the water to all the places around the van that you need it to go to. So guys, in my opinion, one of the best features of the Talawana X15LS is these massive midgie-proof meshing windows. There's not 1, there's not 2, there's not 3, there's 4 of them in here. And the amount of natural light they let in, absolutely amazing. Not only that, you've got your little window down here as well. You have your midgie-proof meshing on it as well. It'll also let in a nice little breeze while you're sitting on your luxurious little 2-seater lounge, having your dinner on those cold nights on the inside. So next thing I want to talk about is the beautiful ensuite we have in the Talawana X15LS. Now, as you can see, I've got a fair grip on the earth, but when I go inside this one, more than enough room. Bloody hell, I could almost do star jumps. In here, we've got your little shower with the shower rose mounted to the roof as well. Then you've got your toilet here, your little basin with more storage once again. You've got your little pockets here for your soaps, toiletries, etc. And then you have your shower curtain. Now this is a real big deal for me because you can put the shower curtain across the toilet and it keeps the toilet dry while you're having a shower. So the person following you in doesn't have to sit on a wet toilet. Another amazing feature we have in the Talawana X15LS is a HD TV with a Bluetooth multimedia unit as well. And last but not least, one of the best features in my opinion is on the desk here, you'll see wireless charging as well. Alrighty guys, that concludes our tour of the new Talawana X15LS. My pleasure to show you all the amazing features on this van today. Right now I'm going to grab myself a seat, grab myself a cold beverage. I'd like you to jump online down at www.austrackcampers.com.au. Go download a brochure, come and say hello.
Austrack. Austrack. Austrack.